Hey everybody, welcome back to this week's show. You know what? Today we're actually going to be doing some ice fishing out of the Warrior here out of Lance's 2090. You know, we've been talking about this for the last 3-4 years. Every year when we get ice, automatically, as soon as we can crawl out on Poygan, definitely we're on fish. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead of time instead of like sneaking out on the ice and then try moving around trying to find these pods of fish. We feel that these fish, because I'll tell you what, probably by the time this show airs next week, we're going to have enough ice to actually get out and do some walking and get out and do some ice fishing. So here's the big thing. Why can't we catch these fish open water fishing the same techniques that we would use when we're ice fishing? So we're going to give it a shot. Don't know if it's going to work or not, but we're definitely going to give it a shot. Hey Lance, let's talk a little bit about what we've been talking about doing and why do you think it's going to work?
Well, we've done this every year, like you said, Larry, walking out on first ice. The walleyes are there automatically. We've said every year that we're going to come out and try it out. And we've got good calm conditions today to do some vertical jigging right over the side with some Vexar units. It should work. The big females are always here usually.
You know, it's one of them kind of things we're going to utilize as definitely our electronics today. We both got our live scopes with us, so we're going to go and find these pods of fish. One thing, and I've been saying this for a while, and I know other people are on this too, is that I truly believe, especially ice fishing, when these fish start to get a little bit more lethargic because of obviously all the fronts that come through, but the other thing is the water starts dropping down. They get very spooky to them electronics, and a lot of times when you point your live scope at these fish, it's amazing how fast they'll move away from it because they feel that pulse hitting them. So it's one of them kind of things where we'll find them with the live scope, we'll dial them in with the Vexlars, and hopefully we'll catch some of these walleyes. You guys hang on to your hands.
Well, I don't think it's our target species, but...
Yeah, it's a fish. What do you got if it's not?
White bass.
Oh, now you're talking good fish.
Oh.
I know how you are with white bass.
Little rip and wrap.
I love white bass. Well, first fish of the...
Yep, off the skunk.
And we definitely catch plenty of them ice fishing.
Yeah.
You know, today I've got a couple different setups here. I'm going to rig up 3 rods, and I'm going to go to definitely the old standby, the gold shiver spoon for sure. I'm not going to tip it either. And then I'm going to go with the shiver minnow. And I'm going to be throwing some plastics today too. There's a new bait out too. I'm going to dig it out by Reef Runner. Actually, the bait's been out for a while, but they've got smaller sizes now. And it's more of a rattling bait. So I'm going to be throwing that too, but I'm also going to hook up a slip bobber and run a slip bobber this morning right away too. So just try to see what these fish, you know, what they want. I don't think it'll be an issue finding these fish. Obviously, it's open water, a lot easier just to start that motor up and keep moving. We've got 2 live scopes going, and then again, like I said, once we find the fish, we'll shut the live scopes down and just concentrate on the Vexlar. And the reason for that is, again, I strongly believe that these fish, when you got that live scope on them constantly, maybe other bodies of water aren't like that, but I can tell you the bodies of water that I fish are high pressured bodies of water. I got one. Yeah, it's a nice walleye. I'll tell you what I did. We were marking a lot of fish, and I've got shiver spoons out, shiver minnows out. And so what I did is I went to some plastics just to slow it way down, because I know there's a lot of times when we're ice fishing, plastics can really come into play. And so what I did with this is I went a little bit different. I went with a Pendu jig because it's got a very unique style, and I went with a paddle tail. Right now what the deal is that, and I have never really had good luck when it's foggy out. I mean, there's only one time in my life I can remember when it was foggy that we really got into the fish heavy and caught a ton of them, but that's a start. Again, you know, that's the thing. We're marking all these fish and just trying to dial in what we've got going is the biggest thing right there. So again, that's probably about my 4th cast with that plastic. and just going with a super slow presentation. And just these fish are really negative right now. I mean, for as many as we're marking, we should be just absolutely pounding them. Hey everybody, this week's tip of the week brought to you by our good friends up at Mike's Country Meats, the finest jerky on the planet. Hey, I'll tell you what, today is extremely foggy, and I'm not sure legally or not legally if you have to have your lights on, but I'm gonna tell you, safety reason for sure, when any time that it's foggy, I always put our nav lights on. Again, just so people can see us coming. You know, it's just a good safety tip. Again, hey, anytime you see the fog come in, make sure you guys put your nav lights on. Again, this week's tip of the week brought to you by our good friends up at Mike's Country Meats, the finest jerky on the planet.
This season, don't just drill holes. The ice is calling. We've got the gear, we've got the expertise, and we are on the bite. From trophy walleye to a panfish frenzy, we put you right in the action. This isn't just fishing. This is a day you'll never forget. We've got all the gear, the bait, and the heated shelters. You bring your license, food, and drink. We've got the rest covered. Book your ice adventure today.
I'm running the shuttle because it's nice today. Lance has got his live scope in the back here. And so I just brought one of mine from my boat, and I was able to pop it out of there. The cool part is that I can bring it and use it ice fishing too. I can put it in any other boat. I've got a couple other boats, and so I can just transfer it back and forth. And the best part is that it's running its own separate clean power, so I don't have to worry about power issues. Oh, there's one. I got him.
That one?
Yep. Nice walleye. Nice walleye. Here we go, Lance.
Nice one.
Feels like a good fish. Oh yeah, it's a good walleye. Again on that plastic.
Good work.
Yep. That fog's just starting to lift finally, buddy. You know what?
The bite might be turning on.
Yep. It is amazing though when you think about this. When you're marking that many fish and what you have to do to get them to bite, you know. And it's kind of one of them things, you know. Ice fishing's coming up, and I always tell everybody that you know, ice fishing, when you're dealing with the weather you're dealing, some days we absolutely crush the fish, right? And we could crush the fish one day, and 2 days we can go the next 2 days and just get a few, you know, and that's kind of how ice fishing always is. There is times where it's consistent, but again, it's usually consistent weather. And something that, like, personally I believe in is I like it when it's consistently cold. Don't give me these ups and downs where it gets cold for 2 or 3 days and it gets warm for a couple days. I like it when it's consistently cold. That's typically when our bite is the best. I was marking a lot, and this is something else we catch a lot in the winter too, is white bass. You can always tell the difference, you know, too, on your live scope. I always say, like walleyes, they always leave more of a, or they always put out more of a vertical line. And the white bass, oval, obviously, because of the shape of them. You know, a lot of times on the slower days, it's all about, you know, getting away from what you're normally doing, because, you know, that you get into such a repetitious mode, and you keep doing the same thing all the time. And you know, I think here's the difference between now and from the past. You know, the past you were always marking a lot of fish, but you weren't really quite sure what they were. You were assuming they were what your targeted species was. But now, with forward-facing sonar, you know, you're about 95% sure of what that fish is when you see them, right? Is it a sucker? Is it a walleye? Is it a white bass, you know? So once you have the confidence in the species that you're trying to target, and obviously we're after walleyes today, it's like you're constantly, I look at it this way, when you throw through a pot of fish, the next pot of fish, the next pot of fish, and nothing reacts to it, you better change your cadence, or you better change, you know, your bait. There you go, nice job. Good job, Lance. Now, what were you doing differently now?
Just slowed it down a little bit like you were, Larry.
Okay.
Lots slower.
There you go.
That'll
Nice
work.
job on that, Lance.
Finally off the skunk.
You know, the difference is too is that the rod that he's using is a lot stiffer than the one I'm using. I'm using a shorter rod, and that can make a big difference too as far as the way you're pulling that bait.
That'll work. A little smaller, but she'll eat well.
Lance, why is ice fishing your favorite thing to do?
On the Vexilar, it's a game, it's a challenge. Video games, up and down. Every fish reacts different. You know, you go into the shanties, everybody says, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" Every fish will tell its own story when they're coming in. Change by the hour, half hour. Some moments they're aggressive, other moments it's a game, it's a challenge.
You think adapt is the key thing to every fish?
Certainly, yep. You gotta. Sometimes they're gonna chase you up. Sometimes they want it bouncing on the bottom. Everything is different.
And you don't have a lot of time to make that adjustment when a fish comes in either.
No. Very seldom on the Vexilar do you catch a fish when your bait's sitting still. Always moving it.
But yet they won't bite when you're moving it, right?
No, you got to give it that half-second pause there, Larry.
That's it, huh?
If that, yeah. Yep. If they don't hit it coming up, you pause it for a second, they don't hit. Keep raising it up. If not, drop it back below them. It's always a chasing game.
Just playing that game. There we go. Hooked up. Oh, Lance, this is a good fish right here. Yep.
Tanked up again?
Yep, tanked up again. There he goes.
Nice fish,
Definitely,
Larry.
that Pendu jig and that plastic has definitely been rocking the world today. You know, it started off super slow this morning. Got that one right off the bat. You know, the thing about this Pendu jig, people think a jig is a jig, but it's not. I'll tell you what, when you watch this jig in the water and you watch, I'll show you guys in a minute. I'm gonna let this one go. This is a big female here, but that's a great fish right there. It is gonna be an absolutely smashing ice fishing season. We have so many fish in this system this year. It is incredible. Which is not to take advantage of, a fish like this. Definitely let these females go if you can, but we are definitely gonna raise, some havoc on some fish this year for sure. Again, because when you look at the numbers of perch, crappies, white bass, walleyes we have in this system, absolutely awesome. Let's let this big girl go. Guys, show you guys this. This is a Pendu jig, and it's a very unique jig. The guys that came up with this were definitely thinking, because what it does, this one's got my plastic all messed up, but I'm gonna take it off here. It pivots, so every time you're lifting that plastic moves even twice as much up and down, and it gives it more of a lifelike look to it. And I'll tell you what, it's been rocking and rolling. And the last 2 years I've been using this jig, has definitely increased my catches. Boy, I tell you, Lance, I'm really...
That's an aggressive fish there.
Yeah, I'm dialing it in. Now what I did, I changed my cadence. So before I was popping it and letting it glide, now I'm just gliding the whole bait. Just starting off 3 casts in a row, I had fish on. Ice fishing, baby. Hey, ice fishing,
right
baby.
around the corner.
Right. Got the Vexilars all charged up, got the live scope, got all the shacks. We got all of our shacks. We run about 15 to 17 permanent shacks. Got all of them all redone. They're looking absolutely awesome. Got a new UTV coming. I'm going with the Can-Am, and got a Polaris still too, but we got a track machine. We got 2 airboats. We got everything. We are definitely ready to rock and roll this winter. Looks like Mother Nature's coming in, gonna provide us with some cold weather. Like I said, by the time this show airs, 2 days from now, we're supposed to get some frigid weather. And I'll tell you what, it's gonna be game on.
It's almost like the days when you had a Harley and you were waving to the guy on a bike. You see another warrior on the water, you just get a good feel.
First class, all the way from the people that ride them to the people that make them.
They do such a nice job with communication. They'll pick up the phone anytime. It's really almost a friendship.
You could be in any state, and when somebody with a warrior drives by you, you get that honk, that beep. You're truly part of a family, and there's nothing like it.
Introducing Forever Barnwood. Transform your space with the warmth and character of a genuine barnwood look. Forever Barnwood offers over 200 authentic barnwood products. We are commercial and food safe. Our products are available in unlimited quantities while still providing the consistency you need to complete large projects. All of this while still looking like it came out of a 100-year-old barn. Forever Barnwood. Bring the history inside.
Big fish. Hooked right too. Just smoked it. On fire. I'm on fire. Got that cadence down, I'll tell you that. Boy, start thinking about, like, look at the size of these walleyes. Look at the way they're just absolutely crushing that plastic too. Unbelievable. Hey, you guys want to do some absolutely incredible walleye fishing? Give us a call right there. Nice fish. Another 18 to 20 incher. That is
and all these casts seem to be way out, Larry.
Yeah,
these
they
fish,
are.
for some reason.
Yep, almost every bite I've gotten.
We're in shallow, calm water. I think these fish are getting spooked a little bit, but
right, and we got the live scope on them.
Yeah.
Right? So
you get out there 100 feet and then you're catching fish. Nice job.
Nice job, Lance. Got her?
Yep. Good eater. Larry's catching the bigger ones. I'll catch the eaters.
That sounds
But
good.
Our system is full of these fish right now, along with the perch. Should have a great ice fishing season. We supply everything. All you have to bring is whatever you want to eat and drink in your fishing license. We'll have you out in heated shacks, permanent shacks, 60, 70 degrees. Just a nice overcoat and some long underwear. That should take care of it. It's not uncommon for us to move you 3-4 times throughout the day to try to stay on fish. We're out here in mud flats like we are on Poygan here. Get you set up. Sometimes you're on fish for an hour or so, then we got to move you a couple hundred yards. Keep moving. That's the name of the game on Larry's system out here. You can give me a shout at 920-410-9920.
Lance, no, we don't have to net this one. We got plenty today. I'll tell you what, it started off super slow. Hey, if you guys, I'll tell you what I'm using today. I'm using a 510, and this is a medium fast rod by Megs. It is absolutely a perfect rod for using these lighter plastics. Just has so much more feel with it too. And that's absolutely a huge thing right there. You know, I think when you start thinking about baits nowadays and how everything is so perfected versus, you know, and how it used to be in the old days, you know, there's so many good fishermen out there now. There's so many good boats, so many good rods. All the gear is just absolutely, like, I remember when I was younger, I mean, I started off with a cane pole, right? So you look at the gear we have now, it's so good. And really, these fish have so much pressure on them nowadays that you got to really perfect everything you're doing. And I strongly believe that really matching the right rod to the right bait to the right conditions is huge. And today, again, this, you know, this 510 has definitely been a keeper rod today for sure on catching a lot of fish. Just perfect. It's short. You don't get the fatigue from it, but it's also, I'm able to control that bait, and I'm pulling it so slow today, and that's definitely the key.
See if I can keep this one on. How's that sound?
Definitely keeping that line up in the air
It's making a big difference.
has made a huge difference. Like I said before, I got a little lazy and I sat down for about 20 minutes and never got bit. Now I stood back up and right away, game on.
Should be a pretty good one.
Another maybe?
Maybe. He's staying down.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a katanka.
That's a nice fish.
That's a katanka. You gotta love that. Oh man, this system is looking so good, Lance.
Out of Winnebago catching walleyes like these almost into December.
Yeah, that's
What's some
crazy.
fun?
Oh, big old girl, she'll definitely go back. But
We've never done it, but I'll guarantee you one thing. There ain't a year that's going to go by that we're not going to be out here.
no, that's a fact, you know. It's always kind of weird this time of year where the fishing on the lakes get a little bit funny, but we really never pursued this kind of bite before. And like I said, we've been talking about this for years, about doing this.
Yep.
And it took us a little bit to perfect it, but I think we got it down pretty good. We probably caught 15 fish by now, maybe even more.
Yeah, not a bad day. It's been fun. And these girls will be here ready to go ice fishing.
Hey everybody, we appreciate you guys joining us this week on our show. You know what, if you guys are looking at doing some great ice fishing, because I can tell you after today, This 2090 is going to be in Lance's garage and put away till spring, and it is definitely ice time. You know what, like I said earlier a couple times, you know, by the time this show airs next week, we're going to definitely have hard water. I don't know if it'll be quite enough to get out, but definitely the week after that, when you look at the extended forecast, it should be absolutely perfect. So make sure you guys give Lance a call, book your trip. We can take up to about 30 people a day. We supply basically everything, and it's all about creating great memories. Hey, and especially when you talk about great memories, we want to definitely thank all of our military men and women for the great service they have given this country and continue to give this country, along with all of our firefighters, paramedics, and all of our law enforcement agents. It is a great day to be alive. We'll see you guys and gals again next week, and thanks for joining us.